I'm Rear Admiral Thomas M. Dykers, retired. In the fall of 1951, the Korean War was dragging along and threatening every day to develop into another world conflict. With the bitter lesson of Pearl Harbor uppermost in their minds, our defense forces were busy reevaluating their readiness to prevent any conceivable kind of sneak attack. In this atomic age, the price of failure has been multiplied astronomically, prohibitively. Our story concerns a test of defenses at Seattle. Let's get underway.
Well, you better enjoy these, boys. This may be the last we get for the next 2 weeks. I figured on another one a long time before 2 weeks is up. Charlie, you're a pessimist.
Well, we have nailed the submarine early in the last couple of exercises.
We'll get her in this one, too. Right now, we've got a red-hot division of destroyers. If we don't have that submarine in the bag in 3 days,
What'll you do, boy?
Billaroo! Say this is a surprise.
It's good to see you.
Say, I don't believe you know these boys.
No?
This is Charlie Mason, skipper of the Morse.
Howdy,
Charlie. And Dick Green, skipper of the Senator.
Hi, Dick.
Bill used to be my roommate at the academy, but he's been submerged so long I haven't seen him for 10 years. How about a drink?
Now, later.
Well, sit down, sit down.
Thanks.
Now, tell us what you're doing up here.
Well, I got orders to report for new exercises, so here I am.
Oh, our pigeon. I'm beginning to look forward to these 3 days at sea.
3 days? They told me I'd be here 2 weeks.
Well, that's the way they set up these exercises. They allow 2 weeks, but you don't stand a chance of lasting that long.
Maybe. What kind of cops and robbers games do you play up here?
Well, usually the submarine starts outside of 500 miles from the west. It tries to get close enough to the mouth of the Juan de Fuca Straits to launch missiles at Seattle, or to attack the shipping going in or out. And in cooperation with the air boys, we find them and sink them before they can do anything.
No restrictions on the submarine, how far it can go or how deep it can dive?
Absolutely none.
Well, then you've just been plain lucky.
Nope, it's strictly scientific. There's such a thing as knowing when you're good. And we're good.
Of course, we're very modest about it.
Well, you're either shot with luck or you've been operating against some Bush League submarines. I'll tell you what. I'll make a bet with you that no matter what mission is assigned, we'll accomplish it.
Name the bet.
How about the officers on the losing ship carrying the winners on their back to the club and standing the drinks?
You got yourself a deal.
Just so you don't get lost, the name of my ship is a Forest. We tie up at berth 3. Same old Bill still sticking his neck out.
Say, when do we find out what these exercises are all about?
Oh, the Admiral scheduled a briefing for 10 in the morning.
Good luck.
You'll need it.
That's what you think.
I know that most of you think we've covered the ground rather thoroughly in past exercises. But if we rest on our oars in this day and age, oars and everything else are liable to be evaporated in a thermonuclear explosion. Submarines are one of our greatest threats, especially those equipped to launch missiles. So I've ordered another exercise in remote detection and destruction of a submarine bent on destroying Seattle.
I'll give you 2 days.
The submarine this time is the Sea Devil, commanded by Commander W.J. Rue. Commander Rue has a distinguished war record and is one of the most experienced submarine commanders in the Navy. He should make things interesting for you. Now, you've all seen the operation plan. Are there any questions?
Admiral, it takes a specially built and equipped submarine to stand off and launch a guided missile. Now, any old submarine could lug a nuclear bomb into Puget Sound, leave it on the bottom, and get out. Might I ask if there's an exercise testing defenses along this line been held in recent months?
No, not recently. But no submarine has ever done it successfully. Such a submarine would have to pass through 74 miles of the Strait of Juan de Fuca, get by our inner patrols and defenses off Protection Island, and then pass through the narrow Admiralty Inlet. It's virtually impossible.
Admiral, that's what the British saw at Scapa Flow, Alexandria, and Sydney. We thought so, too, at Pearl Harbor. But it was done.
We haven't forgotten that rule. But it's so elementary that the defense forces wouldn't get much training in such an exercise. It would be a waste of valuable time.
But, sir, if a submarine could show that it was possible to get by the defenses, what then?
Is he out of his mind?
This guy'll try anything.
Obviously have something special up your sleeve. Are you trying to tell me you think you can do it?
Well, I won't go that far, but I don't think it's impossible. So I'd like to take a crack at it.
This training has just one objective: to produce an airtight defense. If there are any holes in that defense, I want to know it. If this would be a dangerous exercise, you could run aground or be rammed by shipping.
I realize that, sir. But if you'll let me do anything that we might expect from a resourceful enemy skipper, I'll take my chances.
You don't propose to go any further than Protection Island, do you?
Yes, sir. All the way through the inlet and into Puget Sound.
Young man, I don't think you can do it. But I like your spirit. The plan for the operation will be changed accordingly.
Thank you, sir.
This is the time you're going to get that long neck of yours neatly bobbed. You don't stand a chance of getting away with it.
I still like my bed, and don't you forget it.
Afternoon, Captain. Mr. Goldman is on his way up.
Thanks, Brinken.
Captain, how'd the conference go?
Get Steen and come to wardroom right away. We got a lot of work to do.
I see.
Now you have the picture. All we have to do is to dope out how we're going to do it.
Well, the exec on the Morse is a friend of mine. He says they have the hottest anti-submarine.
I know. I've heard all that. If they were any good, it wouldn't be a test.
If we play our cards right, we stand a good chance of getting as far as Protection Island. But getting past and into the narrows of Admiralty Inlet, that is going to be the trick of the year.
Actually, I have an idea. It's been kicking around my mind for some time. I think it might work.
Maneuvering watch is posted, Captain. Ship's ready for getting on the way.
Very well, Bob.
You know, I really believe we have a chance getting away with this.
We've got a lot of hurdles to get over yet, Bob. Matter of fact, the more I think about it, the more I feel we got a bear by the tail.
Oh? How's that, Captain?
Well, with these strong currents in here, we're facing a terrific problem navigating close to the rocks. If we run the Sea Devil aground, there's nothing in the book that says that we won't face a court-martial.
Yeah.
Before sunset, Sea Devil got underway and stood out. Carefully concealed under a tarpaulin was a 12-foot boat.
When I finish telling you men what the boat's crew will have to do, I'm betting there won't be many takers.
You just count me in regardless, Mr. Steen.
When we get off Protection Island tonight, the captain will put us over the side in the boat. We're going to go ashore and camp in the woods till the ship comes for us. It'll be wet and it'll be cold.
I'm your man, sir. Back in Idaho, I've camped out in the open more times than I can count.
You're in, Brinken.
Give me that hat.
Martin, you're a motor machinist, mate. Maybe you can keep that outboard motor running.
I used to own an outboard motor just like the one they brought aboard. I know all about them. They're tricky.
I think Martin's better qualified.
But, Mr. Steen, I'm good at sketching. Maybe I could diagram a few things for your report.
You might have something there, Taylor. Okay, it's you and Brinken. Now get your gear.
Gimme.
You all set?
Yes, sir. The cook's put up a lot of provision for us. We're as ready as we'll ever be.
All right, we'll be putting you over in about a half hour. You got the rendezvous position?
Yes, sir.
Good. We'll be there day after tomorrow at 1400. All three of you got watches?
Yes, sir. One of them should keep running.
Here's a code of signals that I've worked out.
You know, Captain, this whole idea is just screwballing up to work.
It better be. Those destroyer sailors never will get off our back. Good luck.
Thank you, sir.
All right, take care of yourselves. Now remember, if you're captured, all you have to give is your name, rank, and serial number. Good luck.
All ahead, full! All ahead, full.
The Sea Devil proceeded out of Juan de Fuca Straits to sea. The exercise started at dawn. Radar stations began a special search.
Wolfpack, Wolfpack. This is Hunter. Message follows. Break. Commence scheduled exercises. Search in accordance with Plan Easy.
Sugar, Able, Sugar. Over.
This is Wolfpack 1.
Say again. All after easy. Over.
I say again, all after Easy.
Sugar, Able, Sugar. Over.
This is Wolfpack 1. Roger. Out.
This is Wolfpack 2. Roger, out.
SAS. Short and sweet.
We have a full charge in the battery, Captain. We're ready to dive any time.
Well, it won't take those flyboys long to get out here. We'll be able to pick up their radar beam a long time before they can see us on their scope. I want a sharp watch kept on the radar detector.
Aye, sir. I'll go below and build a fire under the detector watch.
Aircraft radar bearing 030.
Well, I guess you don't have to build a fire under this crew.
Right, let's pull the plug. Clear the bridge! Dive! Dive!
The Sea Devil went deep to escape detection by patrol aircraft. After the plane had gone, the Sea Devil came back to snorkel depth. With the snorkel breathing air, the submarine could run submerged on its diesel engines. They maintained a careful watch on the periscope, on the radar detector, and on their own radar. They could detect ships and planes long before the opposition could locate the minute target their snorkel presented. As soon as anything headed in their direction, the snorkel, radar, and periscope were lowered, and all trace of her disappeared from the surface of the ocean. Finding a needle in a haystack was a lead pipe cinch in comparison. Playing it cagey and close to his chest, the skipper got by the outer patrols and entered the straits of Juan de Fuca.
On a bright moonlight night, we'd never get away with running on our snorkel in here.
I'd like it a lot better if I could see something.
Propeller noises dead ahead. Sounds close.
Secure snorkeling emergency.
Secure snorkeling emergency.
Give me a bearing.
355.
There she is. Right full rudder.
Right full rudder.
That was a close one, Bob.
Left full rudder, steady on your original course. Left full rudder, steady on original course. 095.
You know the clearest thing I've seen all night?
What?
That court-martial we just missed.
No, it's a lot better than the funeral we could have had. What's that?
That's trouble. The locker cover topside is coming lashed and slamming open and shut.
We'll never get by the destroyers with a racket like that.
We sure won't. We'll have to take a chance on surfacing so we can fix it.
Morning twilight's just beginning.
So let's go. Surface! Lash it so it can't come open in bare hand. Nice going. Dive! Dive!
Get me the Coast Guard. A ship is sinking. I just saw it go down.
none of that half is enough to make me knock off all rates for, let me see, half an hour.
It better be good enough to get me an invitation to Petty Officer's Mess for lunch. Oh, you don't eat.
Well, by dinner time, we'll be back on the Sea Devil. I guess that lets me out. Hope that fire doesn't get us captured.
My guess is that a lot of hunters and fishermen use this island. So who's going to know the difference?
Fish and game wardens might. None of us has a license. The gas tank full?
Yes, sir.
Spare gas can?
Board.
If we leave now, we'll just about make it. I wonder what this guy wants.
If you're from that ship that sank this morning, jump up and down and wave your arm.
It's the Coast Guard.
Yeah, some ship sank. He's not looking for us.
Do you need medical help?
Just keep your heads down. He may go away. I hope. Now let's go. We're going to be late for the rendezvous.
Destroyers are headed right this way. Without that boat, we haven't got a chance.
I think I hear them, Captain. They're making enough noise now to drown out the destroyers. Look on bearing 330.
Up, scope. Noisy, eh? Well, that's just the way we planned it.
There she is! Bring her right!
I want to get as close as we can to the cliffs in order to confuse the destroyer's searching gear.
They won't know whether they're getting an echo off us or the cliffs.
Or our boat.
Listen to that outboard, Captain. I can't hear our own propellers through it. Listen to it.
The destroyer will never hear them either. Now, if we can confuse their echo ranging. Sketched out the patrol pattern of the destroyers. There's one headed this way right now. The next one will be at the other end of his run when we get there. The last one is circling around, right off the inlet.
They're going to make this interesting.
Turn on your speaker.
They picked up something on their sonar, Captain. I don't think they know what it is. They're trying to evaluate the contact.
Come on, we're headed for the beach. Is that contact submarine or non-submarine? I can't stay on this course much longer.
Just a second, sir. It's a sharp contact. You can get a sharp echo off those steep cliffs.
Make up your mind.
Non-submarine, Captain. Non-submarine.
Very well. Left full rudder.
That was a close one, Bob. We've got to get closer to the cliffs.
Captain, we're already closer than we're getting right to be.
With our boat up there, we can take bearings through the periscope to fix our position constantly if we need to. Nobody will see the scope. That's part of the advantage we have, so let's use it.
All right, sir. We can steer 110 for 4 minutes, then back to course.
Bring it left to 110.
Left to 110.
Where's the skipper going, Mr. Steen? We could have stepped over here from the beach without getting our feet wet.
He knows what he's doing. Taylor, don't block his view from the periscope.
It wouldn't make any difference. I'm solid ice. You can see right through me.
When we get up to this destroyer circling off the inlet, you'll thaw out.
If we can get by this last can, we're in. She is circling around, close to the entrance to the inlet.
No, we're by everywhere but the safety man. What ship is it?
Samars. She's supposed to be the best anti-submarine ship in that division, too.
Uh-oh.
He has his sound gear steadied right on us, Captain. He's picked us up.
He's heading right for us.
Hunter, this is Wolfpack 1. We have contact. Over.
Roger, Wolfpack 1. I'm proceeding to join you. Reevaluate before leaving your station for attack. Over.
This is Wolfpack 1. Roger. Out. Sonar. There's a small boat in cliffs on your bearing. Reevaluate contact.
There's no doubt about it, Captain. He's getting an echo off of us.
Got to get closer to the cliff.
We're only 150 yards off now.
Make it an even 100.
Contact evaluated as submarine. And commencing attack. Over.
Wolfpack 1. Delay. Repeat. Delay attack until I can join you. Over.
Roger, Hunter. Out.
There's 2 of them on us now. Looks like we've had it.
Captain, we're getting exactly the same echo we got off the cliffs before. It sounds like that same small boat is on that bearing, too.
Very well, Sonar. That same small boat is there. Classified as non-submarine.
Captain?
Yeah.
I plan on being in the Navy for a long time, but I just can't see getting a court-martial out of this. So for the record now, as navigator, I'm advising you not to go any closer.
They've trained off us, Captain.
Puget Sound, here we come.
Let us down gently, boys. Gently now. It's back.
I'll be back in a moment. Our story illustrates, as well as any I know, the advantages that lie with the attacker. He knows generally what his opposition will be and can then devise a plan that will concentrate his own strong points and opportunities against the enemy's weakness. The defender has to be ready for anything an ingenious mind might conceive at any place he might decide to strike. An airtight defense is consequently almost impossible. Exercises of the kind we have shown you are designed to test for weaknesses. When one is found, exercises are worth 10 that bring none to light. By this definition, the Sea Devil's attack on Puget Sound is a success on both sides of the fence. Please be with us again when we bring you another true and exciting story of the silent service.